During the 2020 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves called up the Golden State Warriors about trading for the number 1 overall pick. The Warriors weren't interested, and the Timberwolves ultimately ended up selecting Anthony Edwards number 1 overall, while the Warriors got James Wiseman at number 2. But imagine if the Warriors would have made the trade for that first selection and gotten Anthony Edwards. He would have changed the game for this team. So today, we're going back to 2020 and seeing how NBA history would have changed if the Warriors drafted Ant-Man. And we're going to continue this simulation all the way until Steph Curry retires. That way, we can see prime Anthony Edwards playing alongside Steph. Now, for this first season, Ant's going to be coming off the bench. At a 79 overall, there's really no room for him in the starting lineup. But trust me, he'll make that leap into stardom soon, and it'll be undeniable that he needs to be a starter here in Golden State. Season number 1 was incredible here for the Golden State Warriors. We won 57 games on the year, and we even saw Anthony Edwards named to All-Rookie First Team as he averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He even got to start 2 games during his rookie campaign, and we were the number 1 seed this year. We're going to be taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. Y'all don't have Ant anymore, y'all have James Wiseman, which definitely works in our favor. I think we're going to be able to win this one against the T-Wolves. We're up 3-2, and we close it out in 6. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. Y'all know how it goes for the Clippers in the playoffs. They're going to find a way to lose to us. We're up 2-1. Okay, we're tied up at 2 apiece. We'll take game 5 and ultimately close it out in 6. And in the conference finals, it's going to be Lakers Warriors. Here we go. LeBron and AD versus Steph and Clay. And I want to check in on our guy Ant. How's he been doing off the bench? Okay, about 14 PPG in the playoffs. Not bad at all for a rookie. And for this first season, unless we get like a game 7 or something, I'm probably not going to hop in any games just because we likely won't see Anthony Edwards active if we jump in. And we just made our way to the finals fairly easily. And next up, it's going to be the Boston Celtics. This is back when they had Kemba Walker. They, of course, still have Tatum and Brown. But Tatum hasn't hit his prime yet, and we've got a prime Steph Curry. I thought that was going to work in our favor, but we're down 2-0 early. We win game 3 and 4. There we go. We'll also take game 5, and they win game 6. So regardless of Anthony Edwards being a bench player, I'm still jumping in the Simcast for game 7 here. We got to see if the Warriors can close this out and win a title in Ant's first year. And it looks like we're going to come up just short. We end up losing by 5 points here. Anthony Edwards only had 9 in the final game, and the Celtics win the title over us. But that's all the more motivation for Anthony Edwards to lock in for next season and help us win a title. I think he should be a starter next year. Headed into season number 2, Anthony Edwards is up to an 84 overall. I'm going to move him over to the 2 guard here. And I think that Steve Kerr is going with Klay Thompson over him in the starting lineup. And honestly, I'm overriding that. We know the type of player Anthony Edwards is. He deserves to be a starter. So welcome to the starting 5, Ant-Man. This is also the year that Jordan Poole really hit his stride, and the year that Andrew Wiggins was playing incredible hoops. Wiggs was a legitimate number 2 option on a championship team. Don't forget that. Wiggins was really nice this season. Of course, this was the year that the Warriors won the championship, the 2021-22 season. Anyway, let's get to the end of the year and see if we can repeat history by winning a title. Year 2 is wrapped. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the MVP. No All-NBA or anything just yet for our guy Anthony Edwards, but we finished out as the 1 seed and averaged about 17 a night as a member of the starting 5. Steph Curry was leading the way with 25 a night. And I'm excited to see Anthony Edwards as a starter in the postseason. In round 1, we'll be taking on San Antonio, coming out of the play-in tournament, and we beat them in 6. Round 2, it's going to be the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 2-2 series, and let's jump in the Simcast here for game 5. Since Anthony Edwards is a starter now, I really want to see him in action, so we're going to be in the Simcast for a lot more of these games. It looks like this one's going back and forth in the 4th quarter, so we're going to jump in. A minute 47 remaining. We've got a 4-point lead and the ball, so we're in a pretty good spot here. Just got to play decent in the clutch, and we should be able to walk out of here with with the win. Right now, we got Klay in the game, Curry, Jordan Poole, Gary Payton, Anthony Edwards. Do we have any bigs in the game? What's going on? Anyway, Steph gonna hit a mean step back for a 3, and he knocks it down. Oh my goodness. So that'll expand our lead to 7 points as Anthony Edwards is picking up Kawhi Leonard here on the defensive side of the ball. Leonard floater is good. Ant's a good young player, but Kawhi is a vet, and he goes ahead and gets a bucket right over Edwards. Here comes Steph Curry, defended by Terrence Mann here, getting in his bag. Oh my goodness, he dropped him. Dog, Terrence Mann, what happened? Oh my goodness. Bro, he had this man playing Twister on the basketball court. Terrence Mann bringing up the ball. Terrence, just get out the game, dog. You might have to retire after that one. As a matter of fact, Mann gonna pull a 3-ball, and he misses. Now it'll go up to Anthony Edwards. All right, Ant, let's see if you can close this game out with a dagger. He's gonna fake, give it to GP. Now it goes back to Edwards, over to Gary Payton II, back to Anthony Edwards. Edwards over to Poole, down to Payton. Payton's layup is off. It's rebounded by Zoo. If the Clippers want to have any chance in this game, they gotta score here. Kawhi Leonard to the basket. Layup is good. He is absolutely bodying Anthony Edwards right now. Now the Clippers are going to set up their full court press, and they're fouling. They had a foul to give, though, so I'm assuming they were just giving that foul. I don't think they'd start intentionally fouling just yet. That really wouldn't make sense. Ball will go into Anthony Edwards. Edwards is defended by Playoff P here. Ball will go to Steph Curry. Curry is going to get fouled by Man. Yeah, bro. If they're going to foul us, this game is over with. We're out of here. Steph Curry, 38 points in this one. And oh my goodness, he made Terrence Mann touch earth. And now we have a 3-2 series lead. One more win, and we will move on to the conference finals. Clippers are making this one competitive so far. They've got the lead in the third. It's close in the fourth quarter, though. Let's jump back in and see if we can win this one. Minute 25 left here. Clippers have a 3-point lead and the ball. It's going to be Kawhi Leonard inbounding. He'll give it into Playoff P, who's defended by Jordan Poole. Anthony Edwards is not currently checked in the basketball game. He did not foul out, though. Kevon Looney actually fouled out. But hopefully we'll see Ant back in action in just a second. In the meantime, Paul George will give it to Terrence Mann. Mann is defended by Steph, and now it'll go down to George. George bodying Jordan Poole in the post. Going to fake a couple times. He swings it back to Mann. Mann over to Norman Powell. Not much time left on the shot clock for your Los Angeles Clippers. Oh my goodness, Klay. Absolutely clamping Norman Powell there. Powell misses the tough shot, and we'll get the rebound. Here comes Jordan Poole moving in transition. He'll give it to Damian Lee. Lee is defended by Norman Powell. He forces the pickup. Now it'll go to Steph Curry. Wardell gonna get the screen from Klay. Pulling open mid-range and knock it down. Steph has just been poised in the clutch for your Golden State Warriors. We've seen him make quite a few clutch plays throughout this video. Now here comes Paul George. George is defended by Poole. Do not like this matchup if you're Golden State. George steps back for a 3 and knocks it down. Oh my goodness. If we don't get a bucket here, this series is probably going 7, and we're going to call a timeout. Steve Kerr needs to talk things over. Jonathan Kuminga is inbounding the ball here. He'll give it into Curry. Curry is defended by Reggie Jackson. Steph, mid-range is good. Man, just let Steph Curry work. Everybody else needs to get out the way. We're going to send Reggie to the foul line. Come on, Reggie. Miss one for me. First free throw, cash. Reggie's a good shooter. Second one for Reginald is also good. So now we are down by 4 here. Steph Curry bringing up the basketball. Curry gonna attack the basket. Zubac! Oh my goodness, that was nasty. Shout out to Zoo. That was a fire block. And we're headed to game 7. Let's see how Anthony Edwards performs with his back against the wall. This is a winner-go-home situation, and so far it looks like the team's playing well as a collective. We've got a good lead. Clippers are trying to get back in it in the clutch, and they're gonna do exactly that. It looks like, no, I think we got, I don't know if we got this one. 18 seconds left. We're up by 3. We do have possession of the ball, though, so it looks like it's just gonna be a matter of knocking down some free throws. How many points does our guy Ant have in this game? 12. Not great, but playoff Wiggs, two-way Wiggs is doing his thing. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing. We're closing in on 40,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for all your support. Curry, first foul shot is good. To expand the lead to 5, Curry knocks down the second free throw. And now all we need is a stop, and we'll be out of here. Moving on to the conference finals. Nick Batum is inbounding the ball. He had Kawhi wide open, but didn't pass it. Now he'll give it to Kawhi. Leonard is defended by Wiggs, who's probably our best defender. He finds Batum with some room, and Batum knocks it down. Big shot from Nick Batum. And it's going to be Anthony Edwards headed to the line for some clutch foul shots. All right, Ant, we need both of these. First one is good. He's a young player, so hopefully he doesn't get nervous in a moment like this. Second one. Oh, no, he got nervous. Wait, are we going to get the board? No. Zubac gets it. Now it'll go to Leonard. Kawhi had Paul George open. Swings it to him. PG misses. Kevon Looney the rebound. We're out of here. Oh, my goodness. Ant gave us a little scare there in the clutch. I thought we were about to lose. But we still end up getting out of here with the win. Wiggs with 28 points. Anthony Edwards, kind of a mediocre game. And he missed that free throw. But hey, I'm not going to talk about that too much because we're moving on. Next up, we got the Phoenix Suns. This is before they went out and traded for KD, before they built that fake super team. Game 1 of the series will go to us. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. We're out of here. NBA Finals, we got the Miami Heat. Y'all know how this goes. The Heat make the finals because Jimmy Butler carries and then they lose. Game 1 will go to us. We also win game 2 and 3. And Anthony Edwards is a champion. Steph Curry wins Finals MVP, but so far, everything is going according to plan. The Warriors won this title in real life, and they also win it here in 2K with Anthony Edwards averaging 17 PPG in the playoffs. Not bad at all. That voice crack was nuts. Of course, in real life, the Warriors' second overall pick, James Wiseman, was recovering from injury, I believe, so he didn't even see the floor during the 2022 playoffs. And shortly thereafter, he ended up getting traded. So the fact that the Warriors were able to get a real contributor in Anthony Edwards in this video, I think was very important as they made this run through the playoffs. But that's enough talking. Let's get to year number 3, the 2022-23 season, to see if the Warriors can go for a second championship in a row. This is the season where everything went haywire for the Golden State Warriors. We know what Draymond did before the year started, and nothing was the same coming off the title for Golden State. But maybe things will be different with Anthony Edwards in the mix. Another season in the books. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the MVP award. And it seems like we have a good chance to go back-to-back on chips this year. We were the number 1 seed in the West. That's the 3rd time that's happened in 3 seasons of this video. And Anthony Edwards is becoming the star we know him to be, averaging 23 points per game. In round number 1 of the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Dallas Mavericks. This is before they got Kyrie, so I'm not too scared. Okay, I should have been scared. We lost in 6 games, man. Curry averaged about 29 a game in round 1. Anthony Edwards 28 a game. But it's Luka. Y'all know how Luka gets in the game of 2K. But now we're headed into the modern day, the 2023-24 season, where Anthony Edwards is playing alongside Steph Curry in his prime, man. I have to say, Anthony Edwards really is entering the peak of his play. At least that's what it seems like. A 95 overall in 2K at the age of 22. Maybe his peak will be even scarier. Maybe one day he'll be a 99 overall. But he's an elite player is what I'm trying to say. And we're going to simulate all the way until Curry's retirement. See if this duo can win any championships together. For the first time in this video, we were not the number 1 seed. We ended up finishing out in the 3 spot in the Western Conference. Come on, man. 53 wins isn't bad, though. And Anthony Edwards averaged 29 a night. Steph Curry averaged 23. This backcourt is going to be tough to stop in the playoff. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Clippers. Man, James Harden isn't guarding Steph Curry or Anthony Edwards. Get him out of here. Next up, it's going to be the Mavs. Now, the Mavs are probably one of the few teams in the league that can match the firepower we have in our backcourt. They've got Luka and Kyrie. We take game 1 and 2. They'll win game 3 and 4. So we're all tied up, headed into game 5. Let's jump in the Simcast. And we were able to get the win here in game 5. Nobody really played particularly well, but We did get a lot of contributions from a lot of guys. Anthony Edwards actually fouled out in this one. And now we just need one more win and we will be advancing to the conference finals. And we're going to get that win in game 6. Anthony Edwards, a 40 ball. Next up, we got the Nuggets. Oh, here we go. Hey, Anthony Edwards played really well in game 6 versus Denver. The Timberwolves got a statement win in that one. It was a blowout. I believe they won by 45 points. They were playing incredible hoops. It was beautiful to watch. The defense was amazing. So let's see if Anthony Edwards can put that type of beat down on the Denver Nuggets here. I'm really excited for game 7 of Nuggets T-Wolves. I don't know which way it's going to go. I know the T-Wolves just won by a million, but the Nuggets are a great team. They'll probably find a way to bounce back. I just hope we get a close game. Anyway, it's a 1-1 series here after 2 games. We'll take a 2-1 lead, a 3-1 lead, and we're advancing to the finals. That was pretty easy there in the conference finals. And in the NBA finals, we got the Cavs. I feel like we match up pretty well with this Cleveland team, but I don't know. Maybe the simulation will prove me wrong and the Cavs will smack us. They win game 1 and 2. We take game 3. They win game 4. And we lost in 5. Donovan Mitchell is named Finals MVP. And despite a great playoff run, we weren't able to win the NBA title. Shout out to Ant, shout out to Steph. They were both great. And now we're just going to keep running until Steph retires. This year was pretty good for the team for sure. But Steph is getting older. Draymond's getting older. Klay's getting older. That's going to make it tough as we look to make it back to the finals and actually try and win the chip this time. Season is wrapped, and this year the Western Conference was insane. How did Anthony Edwards not make All-NBA? Anyway, we won 48 games. That was only good enough for the 5 seed. We were sitting at the 6 seed there for a minute when we had a bunch of wins. I was like, bro, are we gonna end up in the play-in? It was a competitive West. In round number 1, we'll be taking on the Utah Jazz. The Jordan Poole Revenge Series. Oh, I'm here for it. But let's be honest, bro. From a talent standpoint, that Jazz team is nowhere near us. We sweep them. Next up, we got OKC. Wait, we have Desmond Bane now here in Golden State? Hold on. Chris Paul and a first for Desmond Bane? An absolute robbery of the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll take it. Next up, we got OKC, though, and we actually beat the Oklahoma City Avengers. Wow. Now in the conference finals, we got Dallas. Man, if we beat OKC, we can beat anybody. Game 1 will go to us. We also win game 2. They're going to take game 3. We win game 4. They'll win game 5, and we close it out in 6. Anthony Edwards, conference MVP, as we're advancing to the NBA Finals for a rematch against the Cavs here. Shout out to the Grizzlies for giving us Desmond Bane. This wouldn't have been possible without them, I don't think. Game 1 of the series will go to us. Cavs win game 2. We win game 3 and 4, and we'll beat them in 5. Last year, they beat us in 5. This year, we beat them in 5. Curry won Finals MVP, and Anthony Edwards was great throughout the playoffs. And now we're going to see if we can go for a second championship in a row. So far in this video, we've seen Steph and Ant win 2 rings. Steph is regressing, but we've got players like Jonathan Kuminga, B. Pods, Wiggins. They're progressing a little bit, which should help. But man, the old guys on the team, they're really regressing crazily. Nonetheless, hopefully Anthony Edwards can hold it down for us this year as we look to go back to back. Luka MVP. Oh my gosh, man. This dude wins the award every single time. This year we won 51 games. We played Ant-Man as small forward, had Bane at the 2. Whatever works, I guess. In round 1 of the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Dallas Mavericks, and we're down 3-1. We lost in 5 to the million-time MVP, Luka Doncic, as Anthony Edwards struggled in the first round, and Luka did Luka stuff. Grizzlies legend Chris Paul retired. Steph Curry down to a 92 overall. We did bring in Rui Hachimura, a nice pickup for the team, and Anthony Edwards is up to a 97. How did DeMar DeRozan get here? We traded for DeMar. Why? He's like 100. Whatever, at least he's on the last year of his contract. And I'm going to need you to go crazy this year. We can't lose in the first round again. Tyrese Halliburton takes home MVP this year. Anthony Edwards averaged 27 this year. He also made All-NBA third. My bad, I didn't show that. And that's his first time making All-NBA in this video, which is crazy. And this year we were the 5 seed, winning 45 games. We also picked up Lauri Markkanen via a trade during the season. We traded Desmond Bane in a second. I don't hate that trade at all. Round round 1, we'll be taking on the Spurs. Wembanyama. Here we go. They got K2. Oh, no. We got cooked. And at the end of the season, DeMar DeRozan retired. So did Kelly Olynyk. So 2 Warriors are out of here. But Steph Curry is still hooping. He's 39 years old at this point. Steph goes down to a 91. Ant, what are you regressing for? You're 25. If we lost in round 1 last year, and now Ant and Steph went down to overall, we might really be cooked this year. Shea MVP this year. Ant-Man All-NBA third. And we won 45 games, just barely missing out on the play-in. And Steph Curry says this is going to be his last season in the association at 40 years old. So this is our final chance to win a championship. This would be ring number 6 for Steph Curry. And we lost in round 1 in 5 games. Jeez, Anthony Edwards played 51 minutes in this game. We still lost. Good stuff from Ant throughout the video, though. It was fun to see Edwards and Curry win 2 championships together. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.